Okay, in this video we'll discuss about some C concepts that will be very useful for your lab, and specifically for lab 6. So let's start with array. So we'll first learn what is an array and how we can store elements in an array and how we can modify those elements using some program example, right? So let's first start with the program. Let's say array.c. So here we will do the exercise. That means you include all the required header file. Okay, so I think that is fine for your array. And now you just need to know what is an array. So you have already learned to how to declare basic data items. For example, you can declare two integer variables a and b, three integer variables a, b, c, and float variables say float d, e, f, right? Instead of creating individual variables, you can use array to simultaneously create multiple variables. For example, if we wanted to create 10 integer variables, we could simply declare an array. So to declare an array, you first need to give the array a name. For example, my array 10. So my array 10. So let's remove this float one because we are right now focusing on only on integer array. So my array 10 means you are simultaneously declaring 10 variables. So your variable will be basically my array 0, my array 1 will be so there will be your variables, but you have created them using only one declaration, right? Okay, so now what you will do, I'm just keeping this here as a reference so that you can understand. So you created 10 variables. Now we'll see how a user can input these 10 integers. For example, we may use a prompt for the user. Please provide 10 integers, and then you have to run a for loop or while loop, right? So let's start with a for loop. So you need to run this kind of function 10 times, right? Because you have declared an array with 10 elements, so you have to execute this kind of function 10 times to read 10 integers, right? Okay, so now how you are accepting an element and storing into an array element, you are just using ampersand, the name of the array, and you are using this I as an index of your array elements. So when I equals 0, you are storing at my array 0. When I equal 1, you are storing at my array 1, and so on. So you see that the values for I is changing from 0 to 9, and each time you are storing one integer to the corresponding index of your array, right? Okay, so now after taking all these inputs, you can display the value of your array, right? So you see, I'm using the same syntax as I was doing for this scanf. Um, for this scanf, and now only we are not using any ampersand here. That's it. Okay, then let's finish our program and then let's try to compile. So gcc array.c output array. Oh, okay, so we have made a mistake. We misspelled our array name, right? So let's correct it. Did we make any other mistake? Hope not. Okay, so let's, yes, it got compiled again, and it was compiled successfully. Now let's run it. Okay, it is asking for 10 integers, so let me provide 10 integers. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so I made a mistake. The mistake is nothing but I missed spaces between two consecutive integers. So let's fix that and compile that again. Okay, so after displaying each integers, let's put some spaces so that we can clearly see. Let's compile it again and run it again. Now provide integers 10. Yes, so we provided these 10 integers, right? This is how you can create an array and how you can display the values of an array. And one more thing you could do, or you can actually do multiple things, but I just wanted to share another insight that you can try out. That for example, you want to add one you want to add 1 to each of the array elements, and then you want to display, right? So what you have to do, you have to use the appropriate index, and then so it will take the ith element of the array. That means if it is 0, then it will take my array 0. If the value of I is 2, it will take my array 2. My array 2 means the third element basically. So let's add 1 to each of the element of the array and then print it. Let's see how it goes. So let's compile it again and execute it again. So 1 2 3 4, these are 10 elements. So now you have added one element, 1 to each of the element of the array. Now the values of your array become what? 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, because you added 1 to each of the elements. So this is how you can create arrays, you can modify arrays. Okay, so that's all. I hope this concept will be useful for your next lab session. Thank you.